anyways, so she's good, doing real good. Over.
All right. Well, I'm glad she is recovering, and that is a good thing. So there. All right, there, Chuck. I have put Linda on the list too. Is that her name, Linda? KI4RV.
QSL. Okay, I suppose so. You can proxy her in. Anyways, yep, that's her call. And she's 3 years older than I am. She's only got 220 right now, so, anyways, WB4Z.
W8WKY.
All right there, Chuck. Well, I proxied her in, make it look like I did more business than I did really am right now. So thank you for that. All right there, Chuck. Well, you have fun. I got you logged in and out. I see a bunch of stuff populating right now, so looks like it's going to be a fun, busy night. I got to talk to a few other people here. You got anything else for me tonight, Chuck?
Yep. Let's see. If you remember the Joe Cocker's song, I only have eyes for you. Well, the lyrics is, my love is kind of a blind love, and she's totally blind since birth, and I think she's advanced. Yeah, I think she got her advanced years ago, but that doesn't keep her from anything. She's just had a go-getter. As you let you go.
All right, man. Well, you're gonna have to get your extra and catch up to her. So there. All right, man. There's a few more people I want to talk to here before I get the party started. So I'm going to clear with you with WB4AIZ, and thanks for giving me KI4RV for the list. And we'll talk to you next time there, Chuck. KD8SLG, clear with WB4AIZ. I want to throw a call out to AB8MO. Andy, are you saying I'm choppy?
Yeah, and I don't know what's going on here. This is AB8MO, but both on 015 and on my node, it's kind of choppy. And I'm even kind of choppy on 015, so I don't know. It's choppy all the way around, but it's readable. It's not so bad that I'm not able to make you out. Just enough to notice. Back to you there, Nick. AB8MO.
K5CFY says KD8SLG. Are you on your node there, Ray?
KD8SLG, K5CFY. I can't sneak around and do anything without you finding me.
No, you can't. I just wanted to get another node in there and see what's going on. Andy sounded perfectly fine to me. I didn't hear any chop with him. However, you got a little squirrely there when you started. So I don't know. Echolink sounded fine. Guess we'll find out, won't we? Back to you, Ray.
Roger that. My internet has been squirrely this afternoon. That may be what it is. I don't know. Anyway, hey, I was going to ask you, I haven't heard Russ check in a long time. How's Russ doing?
KD8VYT Russ? Russ is cantankerous. That's how Russ is. Russ is putting together the Christmas party for us, so he's probably pretty busy.
That's good to know. Anyway, I hadn't seen him on the beacon net or anything, so I just kind of wondered, okay, I'll get up here and you got a couple of minutes. So we'll be ready to go. T5, CFY.
All right there, Ray. I'm pretty sure the boredom breaker hub connects automatically in about 45 seconds. So that may work a little bit better. You were a little squirrely there. All right, the girl's going to talk in about 30 seconds. So if everybody would please stand by for the girl, and then we'll get the party started.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
All right, there's my girl and there's my cue. QST, QST, QST. Welcome to the BeaconNet pre-show, sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, right here on the WAWKY repeater 147 Mark 390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114.8. We meet here every Wednesday and Sunday night to light up the nighttime airwaves at 10 p.m. Eastern. Early check-ins at 9:30, and that's me. Early check-ins and in and outs will be taken for the next half hour. I will line them up. Dustin will knock them down. This is a controlled net, and we ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator tonight for the pre-show is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf KD8 SLG. My personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo, just Nick. And I have already populated quite a list. But before we get to that, we must do the Mickey Mouse roll call, as I like to call it. Let's check in with the BeaconNet crew, see if everybody's radios are working tonight. Starting with KD8 EPC, the man of the hour at the top of the hour. Dustin, are you out there?
KD8 SLG and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD8 EPC. We're here. Our radio's busted, not working, smoking all over the place, and throwing sparks. So we'll be ready come net time. KD8 EPC back to pre-net control.
All right, man. Well, keep a fire extinguisher handy and use it to light a cigarette. Oh, you don't smoke anymore. I forgot. Sound great, Dustin. Gonna clear with KD8 EPC. Let's check in with Nick, who has no responsibilities whatsoever tonight, I believe. KD8 QKO. Nick, are you out there with us? That's my payback for not being here Sunday night. AB8MO, Andy. You sounded fine to me, Andy. Go again there, buddy. How are you tonight?
Well, I don't mind. I don't blame Nick for having a chip on his shoulder for you not being there on Sunday nights anymore. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I am connected on my node separately to WAWKY. I even connected 015 to the boredom breaker hub, and it's doing the same thing there too. So I don't know if it's just the internet service in my area maybe having problems is all I can think of, and I just so happen to be using the same one that they use at the repeater site. I don't know, but everybody else apparently it's fine. So I guess we'll just deal with it. I'm going to try to figure out why Echolink is no longer working on my node. It is saying that I cannot enable Skyview Plus and Skyview at the same time, and I don't have either one of those enabled. So I don't know what the world is talking about. But every time I try to enable or disable Echolink, it throws that error. I'm about ready to give up on this Allstar Node. It's been problematic for as long as I've owned it. Back to you there, Nick. This is AB8MO.
Turn a couple of radios down here. Well, I just listened through an Allstar Node, a Shari Node, and 2 radios, and you sounded great. Don't know what to tell you. All right, and all you have no responsibilities whatsoever as well. And I got other things to do Sunday nights these days. That's why there's so many of us. Let's check in with Mike. Just heard him over on W8WOO, K8QWE. Good evening, Mike. How are you? And I got you slotted for trivia tonight.
W8WKY.
Kilo Echo 8 Quebec Whiskey Echo. Nick, you sound great. I'm sure I sound just like me. I am ready for trivia. I have a very appropriate question, and I was surprised to have the answer myself. So, this is Kilo Echo 8 Quebec Whiskey Echo back to KD8 SLG.
All right, Mike. Looking forward to the apropos question. And last but not least, let's see what's going on with Lucy. She's got alt trivia tonight, or as my typing says, alt R trivia. Okay, K8YUK. Hi there, Miss Lucy. How are you tonight? You ready to rock and roll?
Howdy, howdy, howdy. I am ready to rock and roll, and that's particularly appropriate for the alt trivia topic, even though my husband says that it sounds like a fever dream. So hopefully it makes more sense to the Beaconeers than it did to my loving husband. So, yeah, I'm sticking around for trivia, and I'll pass it back to you, just Nick, K8YUK.
Fever dream. I love it. All right, Lucy, I'm looking forward to the alt trivia as well. All right, that takes care of the Beacon crew. Or should I call for Nick one more time? Let's just do it for fun. K8QKO. Nick, you out there? All right. Let's see who I got on the list here. Listen closely so y'all don't try to clamor in again. I'm going to do one round of check-ins after this, and then we'll work this list because I've been running over. Let's see. I got W3ETB Eddie, K8YUG Josh, WB4AIZ Chuck was in and out, K5CFY Ray in Tulsa, KI4RV out of Florida. She was proxied in by Chuck. She's in and out as well. KA8MNT Tom, I got you. NJ5 Zulu John, K8QFT Uncle Fred, K8VKA Josh, KG4SEK Mark, KE8VZA Eric, KE8BHQ Benjamin, WA8KOC Fred, KC3QFC Mike, KE2BZXK, and KE8WA Gary. I threw you on the list, whether you like it or not. Real quick, I want to grab Fred. I know he's had a long day, and let's say hi to WA8KOC. Fred, are you still out there?
God bless you, Just Nick. I am still out here, down here in the dungeon at the radio table, and listening, enjoying hearing the Mickey Mouse roll call. I'm sure Lucy's question will be fabulous, or her backup question. I think it's, I don't know, maybe it's Mike that has a regular question. I don't know. But I wish I could stick around and partake of that. Although, yeah, been a long couple days. Yesterday was a long day, and today wasn't much shorter. Just got home from Bible study about, a half hour ago. I'm ready for bed, buddy. Anyway, you take good care of yourself. I missed talking to Ray, second hour of the Boredom Breaker net this afternoon. It got a little hairy, and at least I got a chance to check in with you guys. So you take good care of yourself. My very best to everybody, including Squatch. Hopefully you guys will have a great net. I know you will. And we'll look forward to talking to you soon. 7-3 to you and everyone else, pal. KD8 SLG from WA8KOC.
WAKOC, Fred, thanks for stopping by. I know that it's a late night for you tonight. I've done the barometer net and the beacon net on the same day, so I know where you're at. Have a great night. We will hear you hopefully someday real soon again on the barometer net. Going to clear WAKOC. Got one more quickie in and out here. KI5DAY. Alan, are you on break?
KI5DAY. Yeah, we actually got done with our project tonight. We can't go any further than where we're at because of other maintenance in the way. So can you copy me okay?
Yeah, I know it's you. Go ahead.
Well, I'm on Echolink, and I wasn't sure how well I was coming because I put my earbuds in, but kind of jumping back and forth between Echolink here and Rag2 app website, Rag2.app, for anybody that needs a alternate to NetLogger. By the way, there is Rag2.app. It's just like NetLogger almost. Very great thing. But, yeah, it's been a good night. We've got very productive. Our crew knocked and banged and beat our stuff out of the airplane that we had to get out. And now we're waiting on other maintenance to get done. You have to kind of work around each other. It's kind of a pain in certain areas, but all is good. I'm just over here contemplating my next move. Hi. Back to you, KI5DAY.
All right, Alan. Well, if you got a little break, I got you sticking around, and I'll have Dustin call on you early. So there you go. All right, let's open this thing up for some check-ins. I did add KD2HCE, Chris, and I also added KB8LNK, my friend Ron from across town there. So, Ron, you're on the list. You can't go to bed. Let's open it up for check-ins. Who's out there to check in for the real way? KD8SLG, I'm listening.
Okay, this is WPHCKV, Ed in Wadsworth, William Bravo 8, Golf Kilo Victor.
This is Kilo Echo 8, Mike Yankee, Kristen Amherst, along for the ride.
Kilo Echo 8, Yankee November Juliet, John in Norton.
November Tango 8 Delta, NT8D, Dave and Copley, pre-show only.
Kilo 8 Hot Toaster, and Wadsworth, in and out.
All right, good deal there. We picked up Ed, WBHCKV, KE8MMY Chris, KE8YNJ John, NT8D Dave, and KE8SFS Mark was in and out. Dave, free show only. Do you want to say anything, or you just want to say you just want to get your ticket punched tonight? NT8D, go ahead.
Nothing much really to say. Just wanted to check into the Beacon Net because I did get into the barometer net today, so I just wanted to try to double book myself here. Hope you guys have a terrific time. I'll listen to the trivia question on the scanner, but I never stay awake long enough to get the answer, so maybe I'll get that from somebody tomorrow morning. And I hope everybody had a wonderful Wednesday, and everybody have a great time on the net tonight there. KD8SLG, NT8D.
All right, Dave. Well, you know where to find me most mornings, so you can always ask me. I got Dave in and out, NT8D. Let's go up to the top of the list, work everybody we got to talk to here. W3ETV, Eddie, how you doing tonight? You sticking around for trivia?
Yeah, Nick, I will be here to hear the trivia questions and make my answer. So I'll let you get down through the list so you can turn it over to Dustin. It's good to hear you, and thank you for getting me in. 3 ATB, back in that.
All right, Good to have you on board. I got you sticking around tonight. Going to clear with W3ETV. Let's talk to Josh, KE8YUG. Josh, fine business tonight. How did you think it went?
SLG, this is KE8YUG, and yeah, that was an absolute blast. I think it went pretty good. Yeah, I think everything went really well, and I'm very happy about it. We had, including me, 16 check-ins total, and I was buzzing the whole time. The whole time it was fun. I got to thank Marie though. She played a big role, and she probably always will there, of course. But yeah, we had a lot of fun, and great net. Looking forward to tonight. Just relaxing, listening to everybody, and thanks for checking in as well. Certainly appreciate you being there. That meant a lot. And then the Oklahoma one and everybody else. It was great. So all right, I'll quit rambling and send it back to you, Nick. This is KE8YUG.
Fine business, Josh. It's really cool that Marie helped you out. That's really cool. You guys make a good team. And it was a good time. Going to clear with K8YUG. Next up, we got Ray, K5CFY out in Tulsa. How you doing tonight, Ray? And are you sticking around for the really big show?
SLG and the net, K5CFY. Yes, I believe I will stay around for the really big show. And anyway, hi, Josh. Did a great job on the net there. Glad I made it over there. I'll give it back to you there, Nick, and let you get some more check-ins. K5CFY, we're listening.
Ray, we always have a great time working with you on Wednesdays, man. So glad to have you on board, and I will thank you for visiting Josh's net tonight as well. That's always fun to get a little DX on a net. Next up, we got KA8MNT. Tom, good evening, Tom. Are you going to stick around tonight or just here to get your ticket punched?
KD8SLG, this is KA8MNT. Good evening there, Nick and everybody else. Well, my intentions were to stick around, but we got some very disturbing news here about an hour ago. And I have to make a few phone calls here in about 15 minutes. So it looks like I may have the radio on, but I'm not going to be able to participate this evening. So with that, I'm going to say 7 threes, and we'll catch everybody in the morning, I hope.
All right, Tom. Well, I'm glad you stopped by. Thanks for taking time to stop in and say hi, and I hope all goes as well as it can for you. Going to clear with KA8MNT. Next up, we got Zulu John out in Oklahoma, NJ5 Zulu. Are you out there, John, or did you skate away? All right, nothing heard from NJ5 Zulu. Let's grab Uncle Fred, KE8QFT. Good evening, Uncle Fred. How you doing? Are you sticking around for the big show?
Yes, I'll be around at least to hear the trivia question and answer it, and at least that long. Got an early appointment with Leah tomorrow. She has a procedure at the hospital. And I mean early, like 7:30. So I'll be here for a while. Back to the pre-net.
All right, Uncle Fred, I got you sticking around. Going to clear with KE8QFT. Next up, we got Josh, KE8VKA. Josh, are you sticking around? And if you know the answer to the alt trivia question, you can text it to me.
KD8SLG, KE8VKA. I can do that. No, I like I said to Lucy, that question is a fever dream, and I do not have any idea. That is out of my wheelhouse and my expertise. I do have a question for you, Nick. Do you know, I will be sticking around, and then when you come back, do you happen to know the name of the repeater system that I heard is starting to link up to us, I think on Wednesdays out of Missouri. I've got a buddy in Missouri who's trying to get his license, and I thought if he's near Kansas City, Missouri, so I'm trying to figure out if that repeater system that's linking up is close to him. So anyways, I'll be sticking around. Good to hear you, and I'll send it back to you. KE8VK back to KD8SLG.
All right, Josh, real quick, grab a pencil. Node number 565501, that is KB0N8NHX, Kilo Bravo 0 November Hotel X-Ray, and that is what's linking up to us from Missouri, and that is out of Springfield. I have no clue on the geography of Springfield, or of Missouri, excuse me. So there's the information, and I grabbed that right off of the W8WKY Allstar Hub dashboard, so you can grab it there, or I'll put it in the blue screen later. Going to clear with KE8VKA for now, and let's grab KG4SCK and see if he's sticking around tonight. How you doing, Mark? And are you sticking around?
Hey, good evening, Nick and everyone. Yeah, let me turn my mic around the right way. I'm sticking. I'm here. KG4SCK back to Prenet.
Oh, man. All right. You sounded better when your mic was backwards. Hi, just kidding. And I'm laughing because I do remember that time I picked up your mic at your place and was talking into the back of it, and we couldn't figure out why I sounded so horrible on the radio. Good times. Get it clear with KG4SCK. We got KE8VZA Eric up next out of Strongsville. Eric and Mando, what's going on, Eric? Are you sticking around for the big show?
KE8SLG, KE8VZA here, doing well. Yeah, Mando is resting, getting ready for the commute tomorrow. Yes, I will be hanging around for the big show. Looking forward to it. This is KE8VZA, back to Prenet Control.
Cool. Awesome, man. Got you in there. And it's good hearing you making the rounds on the nets tonight as well. Let's talk to Benjamin, KE8BHQ, probably on his way home from work. He's connected to Echolink. Benjamin, you out there, and are you sticking around for the big show tonight?
KE8BHQ, I sure am, Nick. I'm not quite driving yet, but I will be in about 10 minutes, so I'll be turning off Echolink and jumping on the mobile in the truck. I'll give it back to you, KE8BHQ.
All right, buddy. We'll catch you somewhere between here and there. And I'll be, I have my APRS flashing in front of me there. Maybe I'll be able to follow you on your way home. Get it clear with KE8BHQ. Next up, we got KC3QFC. Mike, are you out on the road tonight? KC3QFC. Mike, are you out there? Okay, nothing heard. We'll try him again in a minute. KE2BZX. Kay, are you out there? All right, I'll look back up the blue screen and see if they were in and outs. KE8WA, Gary, I threw you on the list. You're almost a regular now. Are you going to stick around for the big show tonight, or are you just here checking us out?
K8SLG, K8WA. I'll be sticking around for the big show. Unless I decide to switch over to another net later on over in the KSBY. Where is that? So I'll probably be in. Yeah, I'll probably be in. So I'll be here. KD8SLG, K8WA.
Sounds good, Gary. Glad to have you on board. Been clear with KE8WA. And next up, we got KD2ACE. Chris, are you sticking around tonight, or are you just stopping by to say hi?
KD2HC, I'm going to be eavesdropping. I need a dose of underwhelmed. But thank you for stopping by the other day on 40 meters. I appreciate that. I didn't expect to hear you. That was a pleasant surprise. But I'll be eavesdropping on the way out. As you can hear, I'm trying for Cameroon in the background. Yeah, Andy snagged them before, so I'm going to try that now. So with that, everyone sounds good, and I'll go back to that and listen in, KD2HC.
W8WKY.
All right, Chris, good to have you on board. Yeah, that was fun. I looked on NetLogger. I was just going down NetLogger. Your call sign jumped out at me, and I dialed it up, and it worked. And don't tell anybody that I've been spending time on HF. Shh, it's a secret. Good talking to you, Chris. Let's see if Ron's still out there. KB8LNK. Ron, are you still listening? And are you going to stick around tonight?
Good evening, Nick, and everybody on the net. Well, I just thought I'd follow along with the blue screen there and see how that works, but my internet's giving me grief tonight, so I think that's going to be a bust. And it's been a pretty rough day here today. Just kind of getting back to work this week and trying to get in the groove, and for some reason my sleep schedule got all fouled up, and I can't seem to stay awake at night. So I think I'm just going to do the one and done thing and say good evening and let you go on without me there. So have a good evening, everybody. KB8LNK.
Well, Ron, welcome back to the fold. I'm sure you'll jump right back in there. And it's good hearing from you. Thank you for stopping by. You get some sleep tonight. We will lull you to sleep with our dulcet tones. Get it clear with KB8LNK. Thanks, Ron. Let's see what Ed's up to. WB8GKB. How are you tonight, Ed? What's going on? Are you sticking around for the big show?
Let's see. WB8GKB is here. And, yeah, I'll be sticking around. We'll say good evening to everybody on the shoe and all, or on the net. And, look for me in a little bit there when they come up with the trivia. Say good evening there. WB8GKV.
All right, Ed. Good hearing from you. Your friend Jack has been making the rounds. He actually checked into the Boredom Breaker net this afternoon. YQL? Something like that. Yeah, Jack. So, yeah, he's been around during the day. He's been kind of a trip. Get it clear with WB8GKB. Let's talk to Chris up there in Amherst. KE8MMY. Good evening, Chris. Are you going to stick around for trivia?
I'm going to be here as long as the big lie will allow me. So it's always my aim to stick around, and stick around I will. Keeping the eyelids open might be a different story, but we'll see how far we get. KE8MMY.
We're going for numbers here, Chris. We'll get to you in short order, I assure you. Good to hear you again tonight, Chris. Harvey Wallbangers, everybody. Harvey Wallbangers. Get it clear with KE8MMY. Let's talk to John. KE8YNJ. Good evening, John. How are you? And are you going to stick around for trivia tonight?
KDSOG, this is KE8YNJ. I'm going to stick around, but it's going to be on a scanner. I've been trying to set up this mobile radio with some D-Star stuff, and so I'll listen for the trivia question on a scanner and see if I can guess the right one on my own. But yeah, we'll just be once and done for the pre-net. So, anyways, back to you, and everyone have a good evening. KE8YNJ.
You don't get to go the way that quickly there, John. What radio are you setting D-Star up on?
It's an ID 4100.
Good times. I got one of those in front of you. If you got any questions about it, though, KB8LNK would be the guy to ask. He's got a couple of them. Good deal. And I'll be looking for you on D-Star. 56 Charlie. Don't tell anyone. Get it clear with KE8YNJ. Thanks for being here, John. And let's see, I added 3 more at the bottom of the list here. KI5RFI Mac, W2JLS John, my brother from another mother, and KC8FQV. Guys, we got about a minute and a half to rip through yet. Let's see who's sticking around and who isn't. KI5RFI Mac in Arkansas. How you doing? Are you sticking around for trivia? All right there, Mac. I saw you keyed up, and I heard some background audio, but I didn't hear anything from you directly. I'm going to keep you sticking around. W2JLS, John, are you sticking around for trivia tonight?
KD8SLG, this is W2JLS. Yeah, I'm your Huckleberry. Count me in for the trivia.
You got it, my Huckleberry. W2JLS. John, good to hear from you again tonight, man. It's good hearing you on the food group as well. Last but not least, we got KC8FQV. Mark, I know you're sticking around. Say hi to the crowd, and then I'm going to hand this over to Dustin. KC8FQV. Go ahead, Mark.
All right, KCFQV. Evening all, 73s. Over to net control.
All right, there we go. I'm only a minute late tonight. Thanks to all y'all who checked in here with the pre-show tonight. It's time for Dustin to light up the nighttime airwaves. KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Take it away, Dustin.
All right, thank you, Nick. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds of check-in, so if you don't get in the first time, stand by and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're linked with our friends in Oklahoma that do drop in and various other repeaters throughout the country and the world, so we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. All right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show that'd like to check into the Beacon Net, please say or call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Lima Alpha, WD8LLA, name's Neil. I'm in the front of the bus.
Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Charlie Romeo, KE2 CCR. My name is Paul. I'm based in New York City.
Kilo Juliet 5, Delta Alpha Yankee, AJ5DAY. Name is Charlie, out of Dripping Springs, Texas.
All right, we got a nice orderly list of check-ins there. Let me tell you who I picked up. I got WD8LLA Neil, I have KE2CCR Paul, and I have KJ5DAY Charlie. Good to hear you for a second time today. All right, we got a good list there. We got 36 on the list, but Neil, we'll be back to you soon because I know you're going to want to be off to bed. But before we do anything tonight here, let's go up to the top, and we're going to start with K8QWE Mike with our main trivia question. Mike, what do you have for us?
W8WK.
Kilo Echo Lake, Quebec, Whiskey Echo. Well, I guess the machine has been properly identified. You know, sometimes I find the inspiration for these questions when I'm doing stuff. Well, I took out my dog and I was looking at all the leaves and all the piles that people have been breaking and picking up and taking up the street and all that. Like, how many leaves really fall off of a tree? So, on average, annually, how many leaves fall off of trees in the U.S.? Now, this is the entire U.S. A, 40 million. B, 40 trillion. C, 40 billion. D, 40 quadrillion. Again, on average, annually, how many total leaves fall off of the trees in the U.S.? A, 40 million. B, 40 trillion. C, 40 billion. D, 40 quadrillion. I'll go ahead and post this in the blue screen. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec, Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 EPC.
All right there, Mike. Thanks for the wonderful trivia question. We certainly do appreciate it, and we're going to wait to answer it because we got to think about it. All right, let's go down and get to our alternate trivia question for the evening. K8YUK, Miss Lucy, good evening. How are you?
KD8EPC, this is K8YUK to the net. Hi, everybody. I'm doing all right. I had a pretty busy day, stayed busy, and Betty had a good nap, which helped me keep busy, and then yes? Sir? Nobody asked you. Point is, I got to have a nice, easy evening, and I'm excited to talk about the trivia, even though my husband thinks that it's a fever dream. That's just because he doesn't understand me. Okay, so a song called Mexican Radio by the band Walla Voodoo became popular in the 80s, mostly due to the regular appearance of its music video on MTV. What inspired two key band members to write the song? Is it A, they partied a little too hard while at a Mexican restaurant and broke the radio? B, they would listen to high-wattage Mexican broadcasts during car trips? C, they wanted to promote AM broadcasts in competition with mainstream FM radio? Or D, a fan named Senor Cornwaldo Bean sent them stirring lyrics and they used them without crediting him? That is your alternate trivia, and it is posted in the blue screen as well as, I believe, a hacked message from my husband. This is K8YUK, back to net control.
All right, thank you so much there, Lucy, for doing the alternate trivia. We certainly appreciate it, and we look forward to hearing what people have to say about it. All right, we got a couple of mobiles here. We're going to start with them, and the first one on the list is KC3QFC, FedEx. Mike, good evening.
KDDPC, KC3QFC. Good evening, good evening. We'll start off with trivia. We'll go with quadrillion on the first one, and I don't know, Bravo for the second. Very interesting tonight. We are icing up on the trucks, so we've got some very nasty weather here. We're in Rochester right now, but we've collected it from about just south of Syracuse all the way up around the Horn there. And it is getting very slick on the overpasses. And, of course, the fine gentlemen at the weather centers have issued a special weather statement for, seems like, most of New York. So anybody that might be up this way traveling, exceed extra caution because it's slick in some places. Other than that, we made it back. There's the, I don't know, second day of work, third day of work, somewhere in there. And we seem to be plugging right along, I guess. I don't know if the better half made it to the radio or not. She may be in and out when you call her. I don't know. I haven't heard from her. So with that, we'll wave a hand, send it back to Net Control from, it was really good meeting up with you this weekend. I had a lot of fun and enjoyment. Hopefully your appointment went well. Back to Net Control. Kilo Charlie 3. Go back, Buckshot Charlie.
All right there, Michael. Great that we could catch you this evening before you hit that dead spot, and it certainly was nice to see you Sunday evening for sure. We got you down for D&B, and I think the appointment went well, but we will know for sure here, pretty soon, next week. So there you go. We got you down for D&B, and we'll say 73 to you for now, my friend. All right, let's go down and talk to Alan now, KI5, DAY all day long. How are you?
KI5 DAY. Hey, Dustin, good to hear you, man. And yeah, y'all need to get some kind of cybersecurity team in here and check on these people in the blue screen. There's some really weird people in there, and I don't know. It's just sometimes I worry about the people in there, and I don't know. Maybe we need to have some counselors on hand for after the nets to deal with all the madness and insanity that goes on there. Of course, most of the time I'm pretty straightforward and normal, but I know there's a lot of people in there with issues, so maybe we can reach out to them somehow. Hi. Anyways, always enjoy this, and I actually got some downtime tonight, so I'm having a good time. It's kind of strange because I'm on rag2.app, the website, and I'm also on my phone talking to Echolink, so I have to kind of jump back over here, but for some reason my screen where rag2 app is, it has elongated the blue screen, so I'm having to kind of scroll around a little bit in there to keep up, but all is good, and the weather is turning cool here, so I'm looking forward to that, and I'm going to be on vacation very soon. So, AI5DA, back to that. Have a good, man, I was going to say squatch. I don't know what I'm squatch. Anyway, have a good one there. Dustin, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right there, Alan. Well, great to have you with us this evening, and yeah, it's definitely got to be interesting trying to follow both at once. Now, before you go away, maybe I missed it, and maybe Nick missed it too, but what were your trivia answers?
Oh, I'm sorry. My trivia answers, the one for the leaves, I think 40 trillion on that one, whatever that is. I think that was, I want to say C, I think it was. And the other one hola, señores y señoritas. Me gusta que este de leche, señor con modo bean. Yeah. I just said hello, ladies and gentlemen, on cookies and milk, and señor con modo bean. I thought that was pretty clever. Thanks, Lucy. KI5BAY, back to you there, Dustin. 73.
All right, well, adios, amigos, and we'll talk to you there down the log, my friend. We'll say 73 for now, and I've got one more I want to get before we go back up to the top of the list, and that's my good buddy Neil, WAD8LLA. Good evening to you, Neil. Go ahead and let it drop and take it away.
KD8EPC, WD8LLA. Good evening, Dustin, everybody on the net. I've had a pretty good day today. My wife, we just got done playing 4 hours of cards, and I lost again as usual, but she did a wonderful job of raking all the leaves in the yard today, so I had a good time watching her out the window. It's terrible. That's the way it goes down here in Metropolitan Brewster. I just wanted to say hi to everybody on the net. Thanks for running the net, Dustin. I'll be listening in here. Anybody needs any information that I can help them with, just let her rip. Back to Net Control, WD8LLA from Metropolitan Brewster.
W8WKY.
All right there, Neil. Well, great to hear you out there. And, if the better half likes raking leaves, my yard could use a good raking too, hi. But before you go, Neil, I think I missed it. Did you want to take a shot at our trivia answers?
Oh, man, I don't know. That's pretty crazy. No, I think I'm going to pass. I got no idea on none of that. Yeah. I'll be good. I'll be listening for the answers. That'll be good.
All right there, Neil. We'll say 73 to you for now. Have yourself a great evening, my friend, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, let's go back up to the top and talk to Eddie, W3ETB. How you doing?
Hi, Dustin. Totally unable to get in on your hour this morning on the border breaker net. We're in the process of taking the older daughter to the airport so she can fly back home to her boys. And actually, then after that, we went to the grocery store and did some shopping. Kind of interesting. Particular store had a lot of neat items and so really wow. And we might go back there again for more stuff, maybe sometime later on. So anyway, as far as the goes, I agree. They were really strange. I have no idea about that song or the people that played the song. And the other question for Mike, I have no idea about that one either. So I guess we don't have any idea what questions are or what the answers might be. It's best with B&B. B&B over the questions. Maybe that might be right. Maybe not. Once again, it's 50-50, right? See you later, Dustin. You take care of 3ETB back.
All right there, Eddie. Well, we'll forgive you for missing this the Board and Breaker Net the first hour this week, but you better be there next week. Hi. We got you down for Bravo and Bravo there, my friend. We'll say 73. Have a great evening, and we look forward to hearing you down the log. All right, let's go talk to Josh now. KYUG, good evening.
Hey, Dustin, it's good to hear you tonight. Good to hear everybody else out there. And yeah, looks like we got a good net going, good amount of people, and the blue screen's a lot of fun. For trivia, for the first one, I'm going to go with the D40 quadrillion. I feel like it's a very high number, so I'm going to go with that one. And for the alternate trivia, I'm just going to go with C, that they wanted to promote the AM broadcasting. So those are my answers there. And then outside of that, yeah, we had a good night on the Norris Food Group. I was net control for the first time, and boy, that was fun. Had an absolute blast. Thanks for everybody that checked in, and it was a good night for Norris and for the food group. And we talked about food and everything, and yeah, it was just a wonderful time. So certainly look forward to running something again, and yeah, everything went well there, I think, and that was good. So we did a lot of preparation, my wife and I, of course, so that was great. But outside of that, not much else. I'm going to sit and enjoy the net and look forward to the beacon net in the morning there. Excuse me, barometer net. I get those mixed up, of course. But anyway, I'll send it back to net. Everybody have a great night. We'll be listening out. 73. This is KE8YUG. Back to net.
All right there, Josh. Well, congratulations on your first run there on the net. And I'm sorry I missed it. I was taking a nap. Nick did text me, but yeah, I needed that little nap before the net there. We got you down for Delta and Charlie, and we look forward to hearing you again there down the log. And I agree with you. The blue screen's a lot of fun. Oh boy, yeah. If you don't have the blue screen, you should really get it. So we'll say 73 to you, Josh. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you down the log. All right, let's go talk to Mr. Ray now, K5 CFY, one of the wonderful net controllers for the Boredom Breaker net. Take it away.
KD8EPC in the net, K5CFY. Oh, good evening there, Dustin. Great job as usual. Let's see, let's get the trivia out of the way. I don't have a clue, but I'm going to go with Alpha, A, and Delta, A and D. So there you go. Anyway, good to hear Josh in there ran the net. It was great. Did a great job for the first time, and we'll probably have him on the Water Breaker net before too long running the net, maybe even here on the Beacon net. What do you think? Anyway, I'll give it back to you there, Dustin. 73 to you, and we'll be listening. K5CFY.
All right there, Ray. Well, we got you down for Alpha and Delta for the trivia answers, and yeah, you never know. We might just rope Josh into taking a Beacon net sometime, and maybe a Boredom Breaker net too. I keep telling Nick one of these days we're just going to take over Wednesday for a whole week and have an all-Ohio Boredom Breaker. So there you go. 73 to you, Ray, and for anybody who doesn't know, you can find Ray and all the other wonderful net controls over on the Boredom Breaker net every day at noon Central Time. And that's on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. They switch net controls at the top of the hour and welcome rechecks, and they would love to hear you out there. With that, we'll say 73 to you, Ray, and we'll catch you down the log. Let's go over to Uncle Fred now, KQFT. How are you, Uncle Fred?
Well, we're doing all right there, Dustin. Gee whiz, if I can ever get the time and everything, and things have been hectic here. Leah's got a procedure early in the morning at the hospital. Sometime I got to see if we can do something about this D-Star, but plenty of time. As far as the trivia, I have no idea how many leaves fall, but I mean, whoever counts them has too much time on their hands, I'll tell you. You heard that song, Too Much Time on My Hands? Oh boy, I don't have any idea on that one. Or the alternate, but I'll just say C on both. What the heck, I'll at least take a shot at it. Other than that, oh boy, Oklahoma City's beating our Cavs 120 to 108 in the fourth quarter. A little bit of a rivalry there between the Oklahomans and the Buckeyes. Other than that, not much. If you're still not smoking, I'm proud of you, Dustin. KE8QFT, back to net control.
All right there, Uncle Fred. Well, it's great to hear you out there, and yeah, I haven't had a cigarette since August, so we're still not smoking, but we got you down for C&C. Tell Leah good luck tomorrow, and we'll look forward to hearing you soon and getting that D-Star set up. But we'll say 73, and now we're going to go down and we're going to talk to Mr. Lucy, K8VKA. How are you?
KD8EPC in the Beacon net, KE8VKA. My wife is snickering in the background. Cackling in the background. Let's get the trivia questions out of the way. For Mike's question, I'm going to go with Delta 40 quadrillion. That's a big number, but sounds reasonable. I agree with whoever said whoever's sitting there counting them has got too much time on their hands. I think that was Uncle Fred. Oh, I wonder how they guesstimate that. For Lucy's question, I'm going to go with Delta Senor Taco con Waldo being the first, and I have no idea. Today was all right. Went to work, came home, and went out to the garage and stared at the garage for about half hour, 45 minutes, trying to decide what I want to do with it. So tomorrow I'm going to go to Lowe's and walk up and down until I find some stuff that I think will work, and I'm going to try to throw down some plywood up in the rafters and make it into a little bit of an attic. So, and then I can start cleaning it up a little bit more than it is. It's just a little one-car garage, so I've got to try to figure out how to maximize my space in there. So that's my plan, and that's about it. Thanks for letting me into the net, Dustin. Good to hear you. Good to hear everybody. And I'll say 7.3 is KE8VKA back to KD8EPC.
All right there, Josh. Well, great to hear you out there, my friend. And, if you need more garage space, you can just go to the Lowe's and load up on lumber, and you build it on a weekend, and you paint the whole thing, and nobody will be any the wiser. Just a little trick that I learned a while back. Hi. But good luck with getting the garage cleaned up there, my friend, and great to hear you out there tonight. We'll have to catch up again real soon. We'll say 73 to you for now, and that brings me down to Mark, KG4SCK. Good evening. How are you?
Hey, good evening, Dustin, and everyone on the net. Doing fine. I keep telling myself before every beacon net, I'm not going to type anything on the blue screen except for hi and hello. It never works out. Anyway, get to Mike's question. Man, I'm just going to swag it and say bravo. And with, I think, Lucy's question, another swag, I'm just going to pick Alpha, because everybody parties too much once in a while. Breaks a radio. But not my radio. Don't break my radio. All right, KG4SCK, back to net.
All right there, Mark. Great to hear you out there tonight, my friend. It's always a pleasure. We got you down for Bravo and Alpha there, and we'll say 73 to you. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you there down the log. All right, let's go over to Eric now in Strongsville, K8VZA. Good evening.
KE8EPC in the group. This is KE8VZA. Hi, Dustin. Hope you're doing well. Hope everyone else is doing well. Good to hear everyone thus far. Trivia before I forget. Main trivia. Good question. I'm going to go with Delta. I'm going to go for broke. Go for the jackpot. 40 quadrillion. I know that's a lot of leads, but why not? Alternate trivia. Another good question. My manager at my first job used to sing this all the time. It used to crack me up. Let's see. I'm going to go with Bravo. They listen to high wattage broadcasts on car trips. Seems like a road trip kind of thing that gets like an earworm from too many road trips and too many radio broadcasts. Not much else is going on here. The Big Cat Serval, Big Cat SERVAL is still on the loose here in Strongsville. Only because I have not heard anything about it being caught. So keep your small pets inside. Put your rodents outside. It'll take care of those for you. That's about all I have here tonight. This is KE8VZA. Back to net control.
All right there, Eric. Well, great to have you with us tonight. We got you down for Delta and Bravo, and thanks for joining our team here doing the Sunday night deal. So we'll say 73 to you for now. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you down the log. All right, let's go over to Ben. I think he's in the mobile K8BHQ. Take it away.
KE8BHQ. Just got home, Dustin. Actually, just turned off the truck and jumped back on Echolink. Walking in the door now.
As for trivia, I think I'm going to go with Charlie and Alpha. That's about all I've got, so I'll give it back to Net Control. This is KE8BHQ.
All right there, Ben. Well, sorry it took us so long to get to you. I forgot you were mobile till I got down to you, so glad you're still there with us. We got you down for Charlie and Alpha, and we'll say 73T and have a great evening. All right, this is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net, and next on my list here, we're going to go talk to Gary, K8WAA. Good evening. Try that again there. K8WAA, Gary, are you still with us?
KD8EPC, he's listening on a scanner. He didn't know if he could get back on his radio or not, so he may just be out there listening. KD8SLG.
Thanks, Nick. Let's see. Let's go on down the list. We'll say 73 to Gary if you're still listening, and we'll catch you there down the log. Let's try K and see if she's there. KE2BZX, are you with us?
KE2BZX, yeah, I'm here with y'all. Just eavesdropping, lurking in the darkest corner there is. Hi.
All right there, Kay. Good to have you with us this evening. Oh boy, there's something else I was going to say to you. Oh yeah, our trivia questions. Did you hear them this evening?
I heard the first one, so I was gonna say 40 quadrillion, and then the second one, I wasn't listening. I got distracted, and I was just gonna guess and say C.
All right there, Kay. We got your answers down, and thanks so much for stopping by on the Beacon Net this evening. It's good to hear you, and it was good to meet you this weekend, too. And thanks for that movie suggestion. We're going to try it out real soon. We got you down for Delta and Charlie. We'll say 73, and that brings me down to Ed. WB8GKV, what's going on?
Go. Let me see if it's... Oh, I hear myself when I got another HT on. So we're on the link now, and let's see, WBHGKV Wadsworth, not doing too bad. Something's wrong with the telephone, one-sided though. Maybe you could look at it if I don't get it fixed. Time you come Saturday, but I call out easy, but it goes right into what do you call it? Answering message or something. When Joe called me there and I called myself. But then I'm going to shut it off again tonight and see, maybe tomorrow, maybe it'll work. So I don't know what it is because I never touched nothing. So anyway, let's see, what's the deal? Oh, I think try C and C because I don't know the answer of those at all. And I was going to get a guess on the first one. And the second one, I kind of picked C because broadcast AM is always great. So that's why I picked C on the second alternate. So that's the story there, Dustin. And nothing else going on over here, I guess. But let's see. Well, I make calls with it. It just don't seem to, and I've never touched anything. And I'm kind of afraid that I don't even know how to do the so-called text. I can half do it a little bit. So I can kind of half text, so I don't even know how to do that too much. With computer, I don't do a whole lot. And to me, a cell phone is, or even a flip phone is a computer in the sense of trying to get things done. So good evening to everybody on the net there. We'll say good evening, and hear everybody there. In fact, it sounds like it's working, my link tonight. back to Dustin there, WB8 GKV.
All right there, Ed. Well, hopefully turning it off and back on will work. If not, I'll be there Saturday and we'll get you taken care of one way or another. We got you down for Charlie and Charlie there, and we'll say 73 to you for now. Well, let's go down and talk to Chris, K8MMY. Good evening.
Well, friends, it's good to be here. And friends, I imagine you want to know why I've gathered you here all this evening. And I'm going to tell you, friends, the truth is if you've ever watched Peanuts or read the Peanuts cartoons or any of the Charlie Brown shows there, you would know that as Lucy would explain to Linus, friends, that the leaves do not fall off of the trees. As everyone knows, friends, is that they jump before the squirrels can get them. But if you're going to force me into an answer, I'm going to get answer D with the quadrillion, jillion, gajillion, big artificial number that would also appear there. But friends, let me tell you what I'm going to take a quick nickel, friends. Friends, what I got, the better news that I have for you is that from the Pink and Pleasant Plastic Icon Company of Del Rio, Texas, I can inform you that high-power Mexican radio coming over the border is marvelous to cruise around to your car in. And so I think that was answer B, friends, and it's so good to have all of you here on the net tonight. Kilo Echo 8, Mike Yankee.
All right, K8MMY. Well, we got you down there, my friend, for Delta and Bravo this evening, and it's great to have you with us, my friend. We'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you down the log. Let's go on down here and talk to Mac, KI5RFI. How you doing?
Well, good evening, Dustin and everybody on the net. I don't know what's wrong with Echolink tonight. I just moved my mouse over toward it, and it kicked off, and I had to kick it back on again. Anyhow, I'll go with, on the trivia questions, Bravo and Charlie. I think that sounds like a good idea. I don't know about anybody else, but I was trying to get on the HF today. 10 meters was really good during the day, but tonight on 20 meters, I talked to my buddy in Montana, and that was the only guy on the whole band. Anyway, back to net control. It's KI5RFI.
All right there, Mac. Well, we got down for Bravo and Charlie this evening, and I'm able to get back in. Seems like some of the internet linking stuff is being a little bit funny this evening, so that's how she goes sometimes, though. But glad you were able to make that QSO there on HF, and always a pleasure to hear you here on the Beacon Net. We'll say 73 for now, and that brings me back over to Fairlawn. We're going to talk to John, W2JLS. How you doing, buddy? All right, once again, W2JLS. John, are you there? All right, nothing heard. Let's go talk to Mark, KC8FQV. Take it away.
All right, KC8FQV. I think we're going to say CNC on the trivia. We'll take that. It'll be interesting to see what they are. Yeah, I see we have a big crew on the blue screen on the monitor. Yeah, there's 30 stations looking or are connected to the net logger. And you can use ragchew.app. I've done that the other day. It is slick because I was on the NetLogger, had it up, and I brought ragchew up just to tinker with it to see what it does. I knew what it did, so that was very interesting. And because there's also that net scraper that gives you the list of people that are checked in. So it's amazing all the things that they're doing. But I think sometime it could create problems too. Well, not that stuff. That stuff not a problem. But when you start getting into the Allstar and all the different connections they're trying to do, I think you get too many switches and they're trying to switch and they don't know what to do and they all get tangled up. That's why you got MCOM units that help out in communications, because people in a trailer physically or in a room physically move paper between different places. So let's send it back to net, KSFQV.
All right there, Mark. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. We got you down for Charlie and Charlie there, and you have yourself a great evening. And we do have quite the blue screen going there, 30 monitors. That's pretty good out of 40. So there you go. We'll say 73 to you, and we'll talk to you there down the log. All right, let's go over to New York and talk to Paul, KE2CCR. Good evening. All right, one more time there. KE2CCR, Paul in New York. Are you still with us? All right, nothing heard there from Paul. Sorry we missed you, and feel free to recheck later on there. Let's go talk to Charlie now, KJ5 at DAY. How you doing?
Hi, DAY. I've been having some issues with this HT. Just a quick radio check, over.
You're fully copyable, sounding just fine over here, Charlie. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Someone was telling me earlier that it was cutting in and out. So trivia, the first question of the trees, I got a bunch of oak trees in my backyard. They don't lose their leaves, so I don't really get to see them that often, but my wife is from Ohio, and I've seen her parents' backyard, and it's crazy. I'm going to go with the big number, the biggest one, which is, I think, Delta, quadrillion or something. And then the second question, literally no idea. I'm going to go with A because that sounds the most plausible. Yeah, that's it. KJ5, DAY, back to net.
All right there, Charlie. Well, we got you down for Delta and Alpha, and we'll wave at a fellow Ohioan over there to your wife. And boy, it's good to hear you twice in one day for being in New Hampshire. You're quite radioactive, and we're glad to have you here. The next Beacon Net is Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so come back and join us, and we'd love to hear from you again. But with that, we'll say 73 to you for now, and we're going to stay in Texas. We're going to go talk to Miss Sandy now, KG5SYC. Good evening.
This is KT5SYC, and hello, Dustin, Net Control, Nick, Andy, and all the rest of them. And we can't leave out the Ohio group either, or Oklahoma group. But we're doing good here. Had a quiet shopping day. Nickelodeon went over and watched the grandsons. I'll let him talk more about that. But I don't know if you got in on since you and just Nick wasn't around last week, I don't know if you were told, but you guys are all in store for some visitors come January. And as far as trivia, well, I don't know. Since we're from Cibolo, let's go CNC and see where that goes. This is KG5 FYC.
All right there, Miss Sandy. Well, I had not heard the news yet, so that's wonderful. We look forward to seeing y'all in January, and we'll definitely have to get together for an eyeball QSO while you're in town. So we got your answers down there, and we'll say 73 to you for now, and let's go talk to Nickelodeon, KF5ADE. What's going on?
Good evening, y'all. This is KF5ADE, Nickelodeon. And we're doing well. I had a good day at helping the son out. The son is a stay-at-home dad with his spouse who does the work for right now. He's in the Air National Guard, so he not completely doesn't work, just works those weekends. But he's also attending, doing college for himself as well, working on a degree that's used for what's that called? Game warden. There we go. Kind of like a game warden, something of that sort. At any rate, we are going to have to ask you to do me a favor. Would you be kind enough to have the trivia question master reread the questions, and I'll come back to it. KF5AD, back to net control.
All right there, Nickelodeon. Well, I'm glad you had fun there helping the son out today, and I think that we can arrange that because we haven't had them reread them all night. We got to make sure they're still awake and listening. Let's start with KQWE, Mike, our trivia master for the evening. Mike, would you mind rereading the main question, please?
Kilo Echo, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Okay, the question is, on average, annually, how many total leaves fall off of trees in the U.S.? A, 40 million, B, 40 trillion, C, 40 billion, D, 40 quadrillion. Again, on average, annually, how many total leaves fall off of trees in the U.S.? A, 40 million, B, 40 trillion, C, 40 billion, D, 40 quadrillion. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 EPC.
All right, thank you so much there, Mike. And now we're going to go to our trivia apprentice with the alternate trivia. Miss Lucy, K8YUK, what do you got for us?
Well, howdy, I'm back. Here is the alternate trivia. A song called Mexican Radio by the band Wall of Voodoo became popular in the 80s, mostly due to the regular appearance of its music video on MTV. What inspired two key band members to write the song? Is it A, they partied a little too hard while at a Mexican restaurant and broke the radio? B, they would listen to high-wattage Mexican broadcasts during car trips? C, they wanted to promote AM broadcasts in competition with mainstream FM radio? Or D, a fan named Senor Cornwaldovin sent them stirring lyrics and they used them without crediting him? I can say it again, but as my husband says, it's a little bit of a fever dream of an alt trivia, so I'm going to pass it back to Dustin. KYUK.
Well, you know, Miss Lucy, that's all right. We enjoy you having the alternate trivia there. It's all about having fun. That's what it's all about. We're all having a good time, so that's what matters. So let's go back over to KF5ADE, Nickelodeon. Take it away.
Well, okay, there we go. Okay. I had to ask Sandy a little bit of clarification on the trees. I thought they were talking about cutting trees down. And I was going to say, do they know what a billion trees would look like? A million trees is a lot, but a billion trees or quadrillion trees? That's a lot of trees. Okay, she clarified for me. It's leaves, not trees. Yeah, y'all have to know. I'm somewhat deaf.
and dyslexic, and you guys a whole boatload. So we are going to go with the A, maximus amount of leaves, which I think would be D, quadrillion. We'll go with that one. And I think I'm going to go ahead and go with A on the second one for the Mexican radio. So I'll go with D for Dustin and A for Andy. All right. Take care, you guys. Thanks a lot. KF5AD, back to net control.
All right there, Nickelodeon. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We got you down for Delta and Alpha for the trivia answers. And can you have Miss Sandy drop hers in the blue screen? Nick missed them there, so I would appreciate it. Good to hear you out there tonight, my friend. Always a pleasure. And yeah, don't you know, every fall the leaves fall off the trees, and we just clear cut the whole darn thing, man. You can see for miles and miles. The quadrillion trees takes up a lot of space, though, so we have a pretty large fire. So we'll say 73 to you for now, my friend. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you down the log. All right, let's go talk to Yukon Mike. We haven't talked to him in a while. VY1MGS. Good evening.
Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra returning. Michael and Whitehorse. Greetings, Dustin, and greetings all the Nicks, and greetings everyone on the net. All the best. I hope things are at least reasonable, but I hope they're great. Approximately 4 degrees Charlie up here right now, which is pretty wild. That's about 39 degrees Foxtrot. Looks like we should be readjusting to some seasonal norms here maybe, and we'll see what happens. We'll take it. Tough on the roads a little bit. A bit slippery, but hey, keeps you on your toes. Thanks for the net. Sorry it's been so long. I'm glad you're there. Great questions. Today, let's go for double D. I wonder how many leaves in these. On the second one, I'm interested to hear the answer. That's all I got for now. Thanks again, all. This is Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra, sending it out. Sending it back to KD8DC. Yeah. Cheers.
All right there, Mike. Well, it's great to have you with us this evening. It's been a little while. We were starting to wonder if you got lost out there, but we're glad to have you with us tonight. We got you down for double D for your answer. All is well here in Northeast Ohio. We're just living the dream and having a good old time here running the net. So we'll say 73 to you for now, my friend. Don't be a stranger, and we'll catch you down the log. All right, now we're going to go off to our fearless leader himself, AA8CS. Gary, how is beer night, and how you doing?
Good evening, Sarah and friends. Good to be back into the state of Ohio. It really is good to be back. Like Dorothy Gale once said, there's no place like home. At any rate, we did have a good time. We went to Austin, Texas to celebrate my oldest daughter's 40th birthday. So, you know what they say about birthdays? They're all good, except for the ones that end in 0. So we wanted to make this one kind of special for her. So that's what we did. Had a great time. Both my kids were with us. We went to a place called La Cantera in San Antonio, which is a spa hotel kind of thing, resort with a golf course attached. That is pretty awesome. But anyway, we spent a couple dollars and had a fabulous time. So that was the trip, and that's why I've been absent, I guess. Let me grab a quick second.
W8WKY.
Has anybody ever tracked that guy down? WKY? Seems to interfere with a lot of our transmissions. Anyway, did have a great time, as I was saying, and there was something else on my mind. Oh, I did hear the trivia questions on the repeat. Let me get to that real quick. The leaves, I mean, I don't know how you could figure that out. I guess you could take, well, I don't know. I'm not even going to go into that, but I'm going to say a lot. So that would be D, I believe. That was the most. So I'm going to go with the most. Mexican radio, the only, it would have to be a high wattage transmitter, I would think, that could transmit from Mexico, I suppose. So anyway, Mexican radio, I'll go with high wattage, which I think was Bravo. So that's that one. I also want to again comment. Brian Bartzy's father passed. I sent an email out to the group, to the Sarah Announce group. Anyway, that's club members. And Brian's dad's been a long time ham radio guy. He's also been a Sarah member for a long time. Brian's been a long time Sarah member as well. So I think they're going to keep this pretty private, but I just want everybody to know and, keep your thoughts and prayers going in the way of the Bartley family. We appreciate Brian being part of the club, and we certainly appreciated his dad being part of the club as well. So that's really all I have. I'll be on the barometer net tomorrow morning, God willing. That's assuming I wake up. And that's just about all I got. Beer night was great. It was abbreviated for other reasons. We'll talk about that maybe some other time. But at any rate, we'll see everybody tomorrow on the barometer net at the ungodly hour of 7 a.m. This is AA8CS back to net control, and good night, everyone. 73.
All right there, Gary. Well, we're glad to have you back, and it sounds like you had quite the time there in Texas, so I'm glad you got to enjoy yourself there. We got you down for Delta and Bravo this evening, and boy, you'll be up for the ungodly hour. I am going to be studying the inside of my eyelids, and my day off, so that might last until 9, 10. You never know. Could last till 11 as far as that's concerned, but we'll say 73 to you for now, Gary. Have a great evening, and we'll hear you down the log real soon. This is KD80PC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list, and I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
Whiskey Victor, 3 Kilo.
All right, we'll take them one at a time, and that's a good one. WV3K, good evening, Phil. How are you?
Doing okay at this moment. I slept most of the day after I got back in a CT and of my thorax and stuff in the lungs, and it's been a long day. And then I got some colon issues it's going to be looking into here up at White Pond at the end of the month. That actually on 1st of December, but I got to prep for that. And busy, and been down to the VA a few times, so I'm really tired. But anyway, it's good to hear. I was taking my night meds before I get to bed, and I saw that the signal was very active, and I thought, wow, everybody's having a good time together there. I thought I'd just come in and say hello to you and to all those that are on the frequency. I just haven't been scoring too well to turn the radio on here lately. But again, I've been really active running around trying to get checked out and this and that. It's always something for everybody. It's not just me. So anyway, I'll feel better as I get more rest and drink more water and all this other stuff. So yeah, you have a good night there, Dustin and Nick and Gary. I just heard him talking as I turned the radio on. So hello, Gary, and I just hope that everyone's doing well. So love and prayers to all, and God bless. And I did hear that, Gary. I will keep them in prayer. So everyone have a very blessed evening. And 73, I'm going to go ahead and head off back to bed and get some rest. KDDPC for the Beaconnet. This is Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, Phil and Canal Fulton. And just enjoy each other, and remember that that's the important thing, is to fellowship and have, like Gary says, and Dave and Stephen, just having fun. W Victor K, and I'll be clear. Back to net control.
All right there, Phil. Well, great to hear you out there, and definitely get yourself plenty of rest, drink lots of water, and we'll get a hold of you soon. Sounds like you're trying to get rested up and feeling better. So we'll say 73 for now, and we'll catch you down the log. All right, we're going to go talk to AB8MO, Andy, in this land of snow and maple syrup. Are you still with us?
Yeah, I just almost turned off the radio here. Hi, Dustin. This is AB8MO. And let's see here. I guess I'll go with the, 40 quintillion, whatever. That's a lot of leaves. And I'll go with the high-power radio thing for Lucy's. Boredom. Let's see. That's a border buster, I think they called them back in the day. Very, very high-powered AM radio stations from Mexico. I don't know if they still exist or not. Thanks for getting me. I got to get up at 5 in the morning. Got to take my mom just for cataract surgery. So thanks for picking me up there, Dustin. Everybody have a great night. This is AB8MO.
All right there, Andy. Glad we could catch you while you were still there. We got you down for Delta and Bravo for your trivia answers there, and get some good rest, and we'll catch you down the log real soon. We're going to say 73 to you for now, and let's see, we're going to go, let's see, we're at the bottom of the list here, but while we're here, let's just talk to the rest of the net control team real quick. KD8SLG, just Nick, how you doing?
KD8EBC, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Dustin and all of the Beacon netizens. Let's get right to trivia. I'm going to go with Delta, 40 quadrillion. That's a big number, but there's a whole lot of trees. And I like Bravo for Lucy's alternate trivia there. If you've ever spent any time in the Southwest, you can tune those guys in just from all over the place. They're blasting out some power down there, and if you're into Zydeco, it's fabulous. That's about all I got tonight, man. Long day today. Good times with the Boredom Breaker net this afternoon. We had real good participation from Ohio, which always brings me joy. And tomorrow's Thursday, man. We got day off, Dustin. I'll see you on the radio. It's KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right there, Nick. We're glad to have you with us this evening, and thanks for doing the pre-show and the logging, and fine business twice today, this afternoon and now. And yeah, we'll probably catch up on Death Star 56 Charlie or somewhere along the way tomorrow anyhow. But we got you down for Delta and Bravo. Put me down for Double D. I'm going to copy off of Yukon Mike tonight. I peeked over at his paper there, so there you go. Let's see. Let's see. We can talk to KQKO, Nick at night. How you doing?
W8WKY.
KQKO. Hello, Dustin. Hello, everyone on the net. All right, I'm also going to start with trivia.
I think I'm going to go with Charlie and Alpha. Yeah, that's a lot. Delta's a lot of leads, and you start getting to those kinds of numbers. I don't know. That's almost like imaginary money. Yeah, I'm going to go with Charlie and Delta. Yeah, other than that, it's been kind of a crazy week. Just dealing with sicknesses, and my wife's uncle passed away, and just work stuff, and I've pretty much been going full tilt for the entire week. And we'll continue to be through the end of the week and the weekend, but hopefully eventually next week it'll slow down a bit and I'll be a little more comfortable. Anyway, nice talking to everybody, and nice hearing everybody on here. And with that, Dustin, I'll pass it back to you. K8QKO.
All right there, Nick. Well, sorry you're having a chaotic week there, and I hope it slows down and gets better for you. But, a nice bourbon at the end of the evening always helps out, so maybe you ought to give that a shot. We'll say 73 to you, my friend, and we'll catch you down the log. Let's see, before we go, you know what? Let's go talk to him and get our trivia, and then we'll take some more check-ins here. K8QWE, Mike, give us your comments, and then you can pause and give us your answers.
Quebec Whiskey Echo. Well, hello there, everybody. Been doing a lot of odds and ends. I was on a couple of HF nets. I spent some time on 20 meters and on 15 meters today. I mean, things were working well. I did a few odds and ends around the house. Nothing too awful spectacular. Overall, I can say I was relatively lazy, but that's okay, too. We all have to have those. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and break for time, and I will do trivia. Okay, the question was, on average, annually, how many total leaves fall off of the trees in the U.S.? The options were A, 40 million, B, 40 trillion, C, 40 billion, and D, 40 quadrillion. And the answer is D, which the article I found, and I found this in several places, and they went through how they actually went and figured this all out. Now, I still think there's a little bit of fluff in the numbers, but it might not be all that far off. Okay, on average, about 233 billion, 257,948,035 trees lose their leaves in the U.S. forest. If you multiply that count by 200,000, approximately how many leaves are on a tree, you will find more than 40 quadrillion leaves on U.S. forest floors. Now, I don't know about you, but that's an awful lot of leaves. Granted, I see them everywhere around here, and I used to live in the country, and we had a slew of trees, and I hated leaves. So now I just have a few trees down by the street. When the wind blows, they all blow away, and it's not my problem. So that is that. Oh, and on the alternate trivia, I'm going to go with B. I'm going to go with the high-powered radio, because, yeah, I can actually hear that clear up here at night. So, okay, everybody stay safe, stay healthy. This is Kilo Echo Waco, back Whiskey Echo, back to KD8 EPC.
All right, thank you there, Mike, for the wonderful trivia answer. I just have one follow-up question. How many zeros are in that number?
Kilo Echo Quebec Whiskey Echo. To be honest with you, I have no idea. I never even heard of that number. So I learned something new. There's some really big numbers. This is Kilo Echo Quebec Whiskey Echo. Back to KD8 EPC.
All right, well, maybe that's a future trivia question in the making. We'll say 73 to you for now, and we'll catch you down the log. All right, let's go talk to K8YUK. Miss Lucy, give us your comments, and then go ahead and let the repeater drop and give us the trivia answer.
KE8YUK to KD8UPC in the group. Apparently we're looking at 16 zeros, according to my loving husband. Do I get to do my comments now, Peanut Gallery? Thank you. Okay. I got to check in for a little bit at the boredom breaker today, which was great. I wasn't in the blue screen because I was mobile. I was getting ready for youth group, but half our group couldn't make it, and I say half because we usually have 2 kids. So I decided to reach out and say, postpone, and I actually work with the one kid's mom, and she was very excited that I postponed it because she wanted her kid to come to this particular theme. So I was pretty happy it worked out that way, and I got to relax a little bit, which was nice. So tomorrow it's just going to be another version of work, but it'll be fine. I cleaned up our new poker table today, and it looks amazing. Very proud of myself. I found it at a thrift shop for $40, and it's pretty darn good condition, and I'm very pleased with myself. So that's really it for my commentary. I'm going to let the repeater drop, and I'm going to go into the alt trivia and the answer. KE8YUK returning. All right. A song called Mexican Radio by the band Wall of Voodoo became popular in the 80s, mostly due to the regular appearance of its music video on MTV. What inspired 2 key band members to write the song? A, they partied a little too hard while at a Mexican restaurant and broke the radio. B, they would listen to high-wattage Mexican broadcasts during car trips. C, they wanted to promote AM broadcasts in competition with mainstream FM radio. Or D, a fan named Senor Cornwaldo Bean sent them stirring lyrics, and they used them without crediting him. The correct answer is B. Band frontman Stan Ridgway and guitarist Mark Moreland would travel together to get to rehearsals, and were tired of Los Angeles radio broadcasts. So they would instead try to tune into high-wattage, unregulated Mexican radio stations. These radio stations were known as border blasters, so Andy was close, not boredom, it was border blasters, because their AM broadcasts were strong enough to be picked up by U.S. radio receivers. Whenever the 2 bandmates would find one of these stations, they'd say, "Great, I'm on a Mexican radio." Eventually, Mark, the guitarist, presented a demo tape of him singing "I'm on a Mexican radio" with a guitar riff, and the song idea was born. So that is the history to the song, and now you know. Thank you for everybody for participating, for giving me a wide variety of answers. That was really awesome. And for tolerating my strange alternate trivia tapes. This is KE8YUK with many thanks. Good night. God bless everybody. And sleep well. KE8YUK, back to net control.
All right there, Lucy. Well, I just have one small follow-up question for you there. Is it true that Senor Cornwaldo Bean was a Mexican jumping bean salesman?
You know it. How else would jumping beans become so popular as they are in today's society? And it's common to see jumping beans everywhere. Of course. Although I would probably check that history with our resident Cornwaldo Bean expert, just Nick. But in my family history, genealogy, I think that's true. So, yes, that's my answer for that. KE8YUK.
All right there, Lucy. Well, thanks again. And it was great to hear you 3 different times today. How about that? So we'll say 73 to you, and thanks for doing a great alternate trivia. All right, we're at the bottom of the list. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net, and I'm looking for check-ins. Please call now.
W8WKY.
All right, nothing heard. This is the last and final call for check-ins. Please call now.
Kilo Charlie 5 Romeo Bravo Golf KC5 RPG Shannon and Tulsa.
KJ5 ATA guy from Texas, Wall of Voodoo. Yeah, got it.
All right, we picked up a couple there. We have KC5RBG Shannon, and we have KJ5ATA Guy. Let's start with Shannon, KC5, Real Big Guns. How you doing?
Hello there, Dustin, at KC5RBG. Go ahead and put my usual answers down for trivia. And, gosh, I almost missed the net. I was fast asleep. And then just woke up when Lucy was talking there. And, gosh, I used to love that Mexican radio song. That was a good one. Of course, it, came out in my era, too. I remember when it first hit the radio, and everyone was trying hard to get it recorded with their cassette tape recorder from the radio to add to their mixtape. Yeah, it was some fun times. But, yeah, been a good day. Tired, but I'm holding in there. I hope you're having a good day there, Dustin. Hope you hear news from your tests there pretty soon, and see where they go from here. I'll let you go ahead and get on down the list there. I know you're trying to close out the net. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless, 73. Back to net control.
All right there, Shannon. Great to have you with us this evening, my friend. We got you down for the great state of Oklahoma, because that's always the right answer, as you know. Boy, great to have you with us. And I got the test results there on the chart thing, but got to wait for the specialist next week, so we'll see what they say. Didn't sound so great, though, but we'll see what happens. But we'll say 73 for now, and we'll catch you down the log. All right, let's go talk to Guy now. KJ5ATA, good evening. All right, let's try again. KJ5ATA, Guy, are you still with us?
Lucy, I just love the way you talked about the wall of voodoo. I remember that tune. It's a really crazy, nutty thing. Yeah, Mexican radio. It's a thing that transpired back in the 60s. Of course, you can possibly remember back in I think it was American Graffiti and Wolfman Jack and such like, all like that, and it was a special time. You could hear all those broadcasts from all over. I guess they don't do that anymore, but it was a kind of a time, it was really kind of good as far as I can recall, and I can remember there was one fellow by the name of Clyde Clifford, Alpha Kaay out of Little Rock. I don't know if anybody heard that. So I'll throw it back to the network if anybody has something to say about it or not. So, okay, Dustin, I'm back to you.
All right there, Guy. Well, thanks so much for stopping by and joining us this evening. It's always great to hear you on the net. You're number 43 on the list this evening. So we're going to say 73 to you. We're at the bottom of the list. This is the final call. Any last-minute check-ins before we shut this thing down? Call now. All right, nothing else heard. On behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, K8SLG, K8QKO, AB8MO, K8QWE, and K8YUK, we'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater, 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday. also here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to visit our friends over on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is KD8EPC. I'm returning the repeater to normal amateur use at this time and will be clear. 73, y'all.
KSFQ. Hold on. Alternative question answer. KSFQV.
KC8FQV, KD8SLG. It was Bravo, the high wattage radio stations across the border. KD8SLG.
Hey, hi, thank you, Nick. And we'll catch you in the morning. And we will catch Gary in the morning. So, I'll let you guys go. It was a good night for the nets I did. Even did the C-Force meeting. I forgot about that. So, get yourself QV.
All right, Mark, we'll talk to you in the morning. You have a good night. KD8SLG clear.
KE8EPC, KD2AC.
KD8EPC.
How did the brake job go?
Guy at the parts store sold me the wrong line. I have to go buy another one tomorrow because I bent it and I can't return it. It's got the wrong fitting on it. He gave me like the 32 or the 24 thread. I needed the 18 thread.
Oh, at least they're not expensive.
Yeah, but I spent 2 days fumbling around under it trying to figure out why the heck it wouldn't thread in before I finally looked at the connector again and realized that they gave me the wrong one.
Well, that should actually be his fault because you gave him the model number of the vehicle and he gave you the wrong part.
I bought a universal part. Specifically, bent brake lines for that thing is extravagantly expensive, so I just went and bought a piece of line, but it had the wrong fitting on it, so it should be done tomorrow. 25, 30 minutes of wrenching under there, and then an hour of brake bleeding, and we'll be good to go.
Okie dokie. Good. Your first stop's coming over to pick up a GP9, right?
Well, we'll see how she goes, possibly. I'll tell you, it's been a heck of a week getting that. I had that MRI finally this week and then crawling under the van. Today I've just been, man, feel like I got hit by a truck. I haven't done much of anything today.
I very much know the feeling. It's day 8 of the month, and I'm up to 24 hours of sleep. So, yeah, I get it. I need to be underwhelmed. I need someone to give me an underwhelmed pill so I can take it and just veg out for a day or so.
Well, I can't help you there, but, hey, if you find a guy, send him my way when you're done.
W8WKY.
Oh, my doctor did give me some zombie pills once, and I can't take that. They're like, cut it in half. I'm like, it's tiny. And no, I can't do that. I mean, I have a decent IQ. It went down to 3. In the middle of the night, I had to use the facilities, and I had to use conscious thought to put one foot in front of the other. I'm like, no. I can't see how somebody half my weight can take one of these. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, I can understand why people would want to, but no, I can't go there. But I'm not that desperate to sleep yet. But yeah, I took the spool of hardline. The spool of turquoise is now out of the shed, so I'm doing some shed cleaning. And when I walk into the shed, the radials on that thing hit me in the head, so I want to get rid of it. So you got to come get it.
Oh yeah, we'll get together and do it there soon. Oh man, so I had my MRI for the back finally on Monday out at east of Cleveland away is Garfield, I think is where it was. I had to go there because they have the bigger machine my shoulders would fit inside. So they gave me a Xanax for anxiety because I don't do well in tight spaces, and took it like the doctor said half an hour before, and then they got me in early. So they got me in and I was in the tube and done, and it didn't kick in until I was driving back. I'm like, what good that did me.
What did what?
I said the doctor gave me a Xanax for it, right? But it didn't kick in until after I was done and getting a ride home.
Oh, it was a delayed action, and you needed it fast acting. That's funny.
Yeah, it said take 30 minutes before your procedure. I get there 30 minutes early, take it as soon as I get there, and as soon as I walk in the door, they rush me in because I guess they double booked the spot, so I didn't have time for it to kick in.
Yeah, but how was the drive home? You were a passenger at that point, right?
Oh yeah, I got a ride. I was a passenger the whole way, and I'm glad because we get, I don't know, 5 minutes up the road leaving the place, and it hit me like a brick wall.
Very calm on the way home, huh? Doing a little sightseeing, huh?
Yeah. Bless my friend. She had to wake me up when we got to my house, and she's like, "Are you sure you're all right?" And yeah, I slept all day, man. That's all I did Monday. Slept all day.
Yeah, they don't give them out anymore. That's not a prescription of choice. They give other things out at this point because there's too many side effects and too much going on with that. So you're lucky you got one of them. How's that?
I knew it had to be something because, like, when I saw her, I was like, "Hey, are they going to give me something?" You know, I'm like, I'm claustrophobic, and she's like, "I'll give you that." So she had to sign for it, and then another doctor had to come in and sign for it. When I went to the pharmacy, 2 people had to sign to give it to me there, and I had to show them my ID, and they're like looking at it, looking at me. It was the whole ordeal. I was like, man, this is crazy, you know?
Valium's the same way, believe it or not. The little pill with the V in it. That's the same way. You got to go through 18 hoops to get something like that because too many people abuse it. So, like gabapentin and stuff like that, that's just run of the mill at this point. They give them out like Pez.
Yeah, I've got those twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening. And I got a couple other things too, but I'm looking forward to seeing the doctor next week. I looked at the results, and I have a feeling they're going to tell me they want to do surgery.
Well, they said that to Lisa too years ago, but we went to the place over here, and non-surgical, she feels 100 times better. Non-surgical, so it may be it's needed, but you can get a lot of relief without surgery over here. And I even go over there, so for my stuff. So it's well worth looking into this as a stopgap before that surgery.
Oh, definitely. And, you know, I have been improving some. I've been able to walk around. I've been back to work. I've been putting my truck away. I've been doing more things. So it has improved for sure recently. I quit having the spasms in the legs and the shooting pains for the most part. I mean, sometimes late in the evening after I've had a big day, it'll hurt a little bit. And a lot of days it aches, but it's way better than it was. So we'll see what the doctor says. I go see him on the next Wednesday in the morning, so we'll see. But anyway, man, I've been sitting here way too long. I've got to get up. My teeth are floating, so I'll say 73 to you for now, and we'll be in touch there soon. This is KD80PC, and I'm going to be clear on your final.
Glad you're feeling better. Bring some string, because you're going to be tying it to your roof and you're going to joust on the way home, because I wouldn't suggest taking it apart, and it's 18 feet long. So I'll give you a red flag for one end of it, so we'll let you joust on the way home. 7-3, everybody take care, KD2HCE.